I told you the second most expensive raw Pokemon card of the Scarlet and Violet era is the shiny Charizard from Paldean Fates. And then the Bubble Mew rounds out the top 5 most expensive cards of the Scarlet and Violet era. When it comes to Pokemon investing, Paldean Fates isn't a set that gets brought up a lot. It's always either Paldea Evolved, Pokemon 151, and Twilight Masquerade. And with good reason, they are all sets that I have invested heavy in. But today we are going to be looking at how Paldean Fates compares with Pokemon 151, where it ranks among the Fates sets, and why I think this set could be next to explode if conditions stay the same, and also the flaws that are holding this set back. First, let's look at cards of the same Pokemon from 151 and Paldean Fates to see where they compare. Up first is Pikachu. Here's the Pikachu IR from Pokemon 151, and this thing's coming in at 1734 ungraded. A PSA 10 is coming in at 7963, so that's the prices for that one. And now we have the shiny Pikachu from Pokemon Paldean Fates coming in at 2587 ungraded and $106 in a PSA 10. This Pokemon is more valuable in Paldean Fates than it is in 151. Now you can say that it's because 151 is just littered with amazing cards, and that is a very fair point. Pikachu just fell down the list, but I think it is worth noting that the shiny Pikachu is worth more than the Pikachu IR from 151, which is still a really good hit. Now let's look at the Charmeleon from Pokemon 151, and obviously this is a very sought after card in the 151 set. This card is coming in at 1785 ungraded and $113 at a PSA 10. And then the shiny Charmeleon is coming in at $17.05, and a PSA 10 is significantly lower at $40. So when you take into account the raw value, we're pretty close, not quite the same, but it is closer than what I initially thought it was. Now obviously the Paldean Fates PSA price does not compare at all to the 151, and let's be honest, that's really where 151 shines the brightest. That's where it's going to continue to just blow everything else out of the water. In no way, shape, or form am I saying that Paldean Fates is better than 151 or even close. What I'm saying though is it's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be, and 151 is a great set to compare it to. The biggest surprise to me out of all of the price difference is between the two Charizards. Whenever I decided to start planning this video, I wanted to look up some numbers, and I was actually really surprised that the Charizard from 151 is less than the shiny Charizard from Paldean Fates in raw price only, of course. The shiny Charizard is about $100 less than a PSA 10, which makes a lot of sense because the 151 Zard is really hard to get a 10 in, but I think we can all agree that at $250, this is still a very respectable PSA 10 price. Now that we have established, if nothing else, that Paldean Fates is a respectable set, let's see where it ranks amongst the Fates sets. In my opinion, it's the second of the best Fates collection, following Hidden Fates at number 1. Hidden Fates full arts are just too insane to even compare the two. Honestly, it's the clear-cut number 1. With Shining Fates at number 3, it's the Zard or bust unless you're a waifu collector and enjoy the Skyla full art. It has nothing to really talk about. The baby shinies are meh at best, but that's where Paldean Fates actually shines. The baby shinies from this set are incredible and aren't too far off from the Hidden Fates baby shinies. Hidden Fates is still better in my opinion, but it's closer than you may realize. Hidden Fates just has insane full arts and Paldean Fates really doesn't. And that's going to lead us into the negatives of this set. While the big 3 SIRs of this set are really good, the full arts suck, like really bad. The Gardevoir and the Mew are nice for sure, but everything else falls short of anything Hidden Fates has to offer. Another negative is just the sheer size of this set. It's one of the biggest sets we've ever seen. Just in comparison, it has almost 100 more cards than Hidden Fates. So naturally, it's harder to pull some of these bigger cards, and it's easy to get frustrated with the lackluster pulls from the set. And one of the biggest negatives is that it came after Pokemon 151, which is still relatively easy to find, so people want that before Paldean Fates, and I would too. But with that, it's important to look at the supply and demand factor of this set. Compared to the other two Fates sets, this is by far the less printed of the two, but we could always get a reprint, and we probably will at some point, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't. The demand just isn't there. Hidden Fates is one of the most reprinted sets of all time, and not far behind that is Shining Fates. I mean, even right now, you can still go get an ETB of Shining Fates on the Pokemon Center website. What's great with Paldean Fates though, is with the low demand has also had a relatively low supply up until this point. Obviously, this is relatively speaking because Pokemon prints more now than ever, but in comparison to the other two Fates sets, sets, this is really low, and even compared to 151, it has not been printed as much as 151. And I take that as a positive right now because you can still buy this ETB for less than $36, and booster bundles are readily available too. So as of right now, you can invest in this set fairly easy and reasonably cheap. And now I understand if we get a massive reprint, all of this could be meaningless. Either way, I'm investing in this set. The baby shinies and the SIRs are just too good, and if you're buying now, the reprint really won't matter. But to wrap all this up, when you take into account the cards at the top of this set and the relatively low supply and the price right now, it's hard not to buy this set in droves. This is a set I will be purchasing a lot in the next coming weeks, as I think we're going to be getting, you know, come holiday season, prices will drop even more. And hopefully we'll know by the next couple weeks if we will get a reprint, because we usually get that around this time of year. And that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe with notifications on for more investing and Pokemon news. Don't forget to check out PokeFactoryShop.com and join our Discord. All links are below. Have a great rest of your week, guys. I appreciate the love and support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Poke Factory out. Peace!